Hello, I'm Diana, and you're watching IDKP. That was supposed to be Sonic. That does not look like Sonic. Okay. So today we're actually going to be talking about Sonic Symphony. Boop, boop, boop. For those of you who don't know, Sonic Symphony is an immersive live-action experience that celebrates more than 3 decades of Sonic the Hedgehog history, all the way from the 16-bit tunes to the EDM of the current day, and it is actually one of the best concerts, like, ever. It's amazing. I had the pleasure of going to 2 concerts. One of them was the matinee performance of LA at Dolby. So that was the opening date here in the US, as well as the San Diego concert for Comic-Con, which recently happened last month. And in today's video, we're going to be going over top 10 facts you should know before going. Get there early. Okay, if you think it's going to be 4 hours to get there, that's a lie. You're going to take so much longer. Get there earlier. Leave 5 hours, okay? Because the first time I went to the LA show, I drove the same day there to the matinee. So it was like around 3 p.m. for the matinee. It was 3:30 for the matinee. I left my house at around 11-ish. I got there at 3:30. Like, I was running from the Dolby Mall parking structure to the Dolby Theater because I needed to, because I was late. And I was very mad about that. I was very sad because it was opening and, you know, it was cool to see how it opened. However, for San Diego, I was early about half hour because I had gotten to downtown San Diego around an hour and a half beforehand. We went to eat and then we went to the Symphony Hall, but they closed down the merch line, which will be important and we'll get to that. But they shut down the merch line half an hour before because of the fact that the Civic Center had such a small lobby where they sold merch for that venue. So they closed it so they could still not cause a fire hazard, if that makes sense. So it really, really affects your time there if you don't get there early. So get there early. Know how the show is set up. For many people, when you hear the word Sonic Symphony, you think the entire concert is just going to be orchestral music, and that is incorrect. It is half orchestra, half rock concert, like full on. There's screamo parts. If you have never heard some of the tracks from Sonic Frontiers, there's a screamo song. So just keep that in mind when you're going. Also, the track list changes in certain shows and they don't tell you when or what changes. The orchestral set list, which is this, usually, if not ever, changes. I don't think it changed the 2 times I went, and I don't think it has changed either. If you really like the CD currently available on like Apple and Spotify, it is not the same orchestral tracks that they have for the show, which made me very sad because they cut off Sonic Unleashed and Sonic 06, which in my opinion are some of the best kind of orchestral suites that they have for them. But, you know, they're not as popular as some of the other games or shows that they do show, and they do have some vocal tracks for them, so it's fine, but I'm still a little salty about that. And then you have the matinee for 20 minutes, and then you go to the rock concert section. The rock concert section does change. It changed from the first time I went to this time I went. They also don't do it in the same order all the time. What was the event? What's the occasion? What do they want to play today? Especially with newer games coming out, they have newer things that could be in the know for that. Expect surprise songs. Sometimes there are new songs that get released with the games, so they want to include those in Sonic Symphony. When I went to LA, the song that was the secret song was a Superstars intro, which had not been released yet. So that was really interesting to see. And then for San Diego, we had the Pumpkin Hill song, we had One Way Dream, and the third song we had was Throw It All Away from Sonic Adventure 2. Hold my breath, step on the gear, feel the wind, smell the air, chances are everywhere. But don't worry, all of the staples are always there. Like, I feel some of the staples are Live and Learn, which if they don't even sing it, I don't know what I would do. Like, I would just sit there all night just waiting for them to sing it. I Am All of Me, Endless Possibilities, Reach for the Stars. Reach for the Stars have now become a classic for that because of the light sticks and like everyone just kind of trying to light everything up, which I feel is super adorable. And Night of the Wind is also one that they always play. Open Your Heart from Sonic Adventure 1. A song from Sonic Heroes that I cannot remember for the life of me right now, but they always play those. I think those are like 7 songs that they have like as a staple. Everything else kind of changes here and there depending on what the occasion is. I think if I could have a secret song that they have not played yet, it would be the theme song from Sonic Dream Team, because the theme song from Sonic Dream Team is actually really good, and that just does not get as much love as it should, in my opinion. Merch. We have not gotten to the merch section. So this is a Sonic Symphony light stick that you can get at the venue. Oh, so you have Sonic and everyone else in the front, and then you got Sonic Symphony. Ooh, okay. It is not focusing. And you got Sonic Symphony on the side, and it is a light stick for the concert. But they have Sonic sweatshirts, Sonic t-shirts, Sonic hats, and I think they have like a laptop placeholder, and they have stickers, they have posters. There's a lot of merch for the show, and it's regular merch prices. So shirts can go for $45, sweatshirts can also go up to like $65. It really depends on what you're seeing, but all of like the clothes merch is on their website, and they do a lot of sales during the year. So if you can't buy it then, or you want to already go with your apparel merch already bought, you can go. But then you've got the light stick. The light stick is a new addition. I want to say starting this year. They did not have it for the LA shows, but they started giving them out after people really wanted them after the Tokyo show, because the Tokyo show was the first show they had it at. Got this one for $15, so I think that's relatively well priced, but you can only get this at the show. For the San Diego shows, they had closed the merch line 30 minutes before the concert started because the merch stand for that venue was so small they couldn't have a lot of people in line, or also would cause a fire hazard. So I couldn't get merch before the concert started. And that caused me to run to the merch line during intermission, which I don't recommend. I don't recommend to have that stress. We still made 15 minutes of line to get our merch, which was just a light stick and a t-shirt, and there was still like a whole bunch of line behind us, and a lot of people could not get their merch before the concert started. If they could make this available before the concert, or just like prepaid that you can just get it, that'd be really great. It's okay to make noise during the symphony. If you've ever been to a symphony concert before, you should know that there is this common protocol that you're quiet, you're sad, and you just accept that they're playing beautiful music in front of you and you get to listen to it, and that's just such an amazing part of your day, right? Sonic Symphony is not like that. They like your cheers, even during the orchestral section. It can get pretty loud at moments. I think the most cheers that we get during the orchestral section is during Supersonic when he has blue eyes. That I think is some of like the most crazy you'll get, and that's literally at the end of the orchestral suite. And people find it really funny during the Chow Garden because people really miss the Chow Garden, and there will be people yelling "Bring it back" over and over again because people do that. The rock concert gets so loud. It's seriously the loudest thing you will ever hear in your life. Take some earplugs if you want to, because if you're very close to the speakers during the concert, it could get very, very loud. It's great to feel everyone's excitement in the room, but like, do cheers. There are some people who start to talk during it or start to make kind of awkward comments, which kind of ruin the situation sometimes, but just try to get the best of it and try to really have fun. Specifically for parents who are taking younger children. The audience for the Sonic Symphony skews from teen to young adult to even older adults that don't come with any children. Just putting that out there because a lot of people think that a lot of kids show up to the show, and I would say that's not the case. To both of the shows that I went, there was very limited amount of kids. There were kids. There was a very limited amount. For the matinee show in LA, I took my 8-year-old cousin with me because he is a somewhat big Sonic fan. He really enjoyed the show, and he told me that it was a really fun time. However, if you are taking a younger child who is expecting to see movie Sonic and or Sonic Prime or any of like the newer editions, they will not be at the concert. This concert is exclusively for the games, and even then it's limited on what kind of games. So just keep that into consideration when you're taking your child, as well as kids can get overstimulated. My little cousin was fine with the first half of the concert, and he was not less than fine, but he was just kind of in shock once the second half started, because the second half of the LA show started with I Am All of Me, and he's always kind of been scared of Shadow, so he was a little bit iffy on the beginning, but then he got really into it because he saw the Werebeast. So, kids who really love the Werehog, he's in this. Also, he had played Sonic Colors, so he was really excited for Reach for the Stars, and he was really excited for the Sonic Colors suite that is in the orchestra section. Also, Sonic.exe is not in the concert. He expected that, and he was sad he was not in the concert. If you're a parent expecting this to be a kids concert, it is not. So, just FYI. Your concert could have special guests.
His name is Johnny. In this town.
Johnny Depp?
No.
Oh, Johnny Gioeli. Giovanni Giuseppe Battista Padalino Perconi Gioeli.
That's your name?
Oh, I love it!
Both of the times that I have been to Sonic Symphony, I have had special guests. For the LA show, I got Kellen Quinn, I got Crush 40, which was Johnny Gioeli and Jensen. Sorry for butchering that name. And also got Tomoyo Otani. For San Diego, we got Jensen from Crush 40 to be an accompanist on the rock concert section. So they like to announce these special guests 2 to 3 months before the concerts, or literally just a couple days before the concert. For Kellen Quinn, we didn't know until literally like 2 days beforehand. So it's really fun to just maybe be on the lookout that you could have a special guest at your show. You can cosplay or dress up or dress down or literally wear whatever you want to the Sonic Symphony concerts. I've seen people in full cosplay. I've seen people in ball gowns. I've seen people in shorts and a t-shirt, because one of those was me. Really, you can wear whatever you want. People sometimes really like taking pictures of other people. Sometimes you can end up on the Sonic Symphony page if they see that you're dressed up super nicely. So it really, really depends. There is no limitation. A lot for San Diego, I think there was a lot more people cosplaying than the one in LA. Wear whatever you want and be happy, because we really like seeing your outfits and stuff. So you don't have concerts for Sonic Symphony yet, and you really, really, really want to go. What are your options? For both of the shows that I went, I sat second row for LA and third row for San Diego. The most expensive ticket that you can get for Sonic Symphony is $125, and I would say the cheapest I've seen go as low as $45, but right now it can also go $45 to $65. Really just try to put that into consideration if you're planning on purchasing these tickets. Another thing is that they do a lot of sales. They just had their Labor Day sale going on. I don't know if when this video gets uploaded that it'll still be going on. I would say there is not a bad seat in this concert. I've talked to people who have sat at the very top. I've talked to people who have sat in the middle. I've talked to people who've sat in different sections. They are all good seats. You will see the concert. It will be the best night of your life, and you're going to have so much fun. But get to the day, it drops if you want to sit in the first 4 or 5 rows. When I tried to get tickets for LA for the 8 p.m. concert, they were sold out, and I came in 5 minutes in because the way they were releasing their pre-sale codes was very ineffective, because I got my pre-sale code like 3 hours after the pre-sale had gone on. For the matinee of LA that got released sometime later, we literally bought the tickets less than like 10 minutes in, and we got where we got. For San Diego, I was actually booted off the system twice because I wanted like front row seats again, and I got booted off. Really try to see where you're gonna sit and what you're gonna do if you're planning on buying these tickets beforehand. They just announced their new leg of the tour for next year. It goes all the way until January of next year, so those are all the concerts. They might start announcing newer dates closer to, I want to say, mid-October to mid-November, because that's when they announced the ones from last year for July and June, and the sale went on around December. So keep that into consideration if you're planning on staying newer tickets. They currently don't have any plans for newer international dates. I know a lot of people want them to go to Latin America, especially Mexico. They did go to Brazil in the original run of the tour, and they will be going to Brazil again back in October. So people get angry that this is not a world tour. I would say that it is. They went to Tokyo, so they went to Japan, they went to London, they went to Paris, they went to Brazil, and they went to the US, which I think tackling 5 countries is more than not tackling any and all. For people who really want their country to experience the Sonic Symphony, you have to call to MGP Live, which are the coordinators for this concert, not the people in charge of organizing the concert. So like Shota Nakama, who is the musical director for the concert, he can help a little, but it really is talking to MGP Live that you want the concert to be in your city, because I have had a lot of friends in Mexico who say they want to go but they haven't been able to go, and I feel that if it is in another country, it would only be in one part of the country. So if they do Mexico, it would just be in la Ciudad de Mexico. Keep that into consideration when you're seeing where the show will be held. Before you go, you should probably know the people who are probably going to be presenting there. As mentioned before, there are 2 different sections of the concert, which is the symphony concert and the rock concert section. Now you can find out more information about the artists that present on stage on their website, which I will link down below. But for the symphony, the conductor is Jose Delgado. Currently, there are 2 singers, which is Adrian Cohen, who is one of the vocalists, and Ty Christian, who is the other vocalist. On keyboard, we got Derek Dubois. I apologize if I butchered that. As well as for the bass, we have Luis A. Ochoa. And then we have the producer and guitarist, Shota Nakama, who is very active on Twitter. And he likes to talk to us a lot. And he asks a lot of questions. There was a giant survey that was sent out a while ago about what we wanted in the future of Sonic Symphony. And he is just very happy to be part of the Sonic community and really talking to us all. They all have different Instagrams and Twitter accounts, which I will also be linking down below. So they're a very great crowd. They are super great with the crowd, and they're very fun. Just very fun all the time. People will cheer about Maria dying during I Am All of Me, and I cannot do anything about that. Just wanted to put that out there because it makes me sad. So if you are going to a Sonic Symphony concert in sometime in your future, or have already gone and just wanted to see the video, thank you so much for watching. We are currently on our day 7 of 30 days of Sonic content in celebration of the Sonic Movie 3 trailers release. So make sure to follow, comment, and subscribe, and wait upon for the next video. Bye!